Unfortunately, I forgot to get it all loaded up before time. That and 11:30 just snuck up on me. Mhm. Uh-oh. Hello.
Herp.
Me.
How's my favorite Zachller?
I exist. Also, you're on stream.
Can I hug the stream?
You want to do what to the stream?
Can I hug the stream?
Um, sounds a little awkward, but sure.
Hugs.
I see.
Ooh, Raiders.
All right.
What for dinner?
What?
What for dinner?
Food.
Excuse me.
What am I having food for dinner? Right now, I guess I'm sitting in a 10-wheeler as it rolls down the line. What?
Are you doing Railroader?
Of course.
That's a nice. I'm doing Fallout.
That's concerning. What, Aiden? Why did you have to set the world on fire?
Well, Zach, I wanted to crawl out through the Fallout.
Oh, was there a boy there?
What?
Oh, was there a boy there?
No. Why?
As you were crawling to the fallout, was there a boy there?
Stuck in a refrigerator.
How that refrigerator got there from the test site?
This is true. I'm gonna leave my Sentinel power armor here.
But what if I put power armor on the power armor?
That doesn't make any sense.
Neither do you.
I thought what we had was special.
I dreamed something new up. Hmm. Hmm.
Carol. There we go. Ah, damn it!
Oh no. Why did you sneeze out your kidney?
I just got a 3 for killing that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I find it funny that the chick who voiced Allura in the new Voltron was actually in Fallout 4.
Who?
The chick who voiced Allura in the new Voltron.
What character?
She voiced some Brotherhood of Steel members.
Oh, so she's one of
Most
the
notably,
noises of the background dribble.
Yeah. Most noticeably, she actually is.
Their paladin duck.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you can clearly tell it's her.
Mm.
And she's not using, she's not putting on a fake British accent. Or,
Hmm.
in the show's case, a fake Altean accent. Which, for the ginger, for Cran, they actually got a British person to play him. Why couldn't they get a British person to play her?
Because Aiden, British people cost some money.
Oh, right, British people aren't real.
I don't think that's what I said.
British. I shouldn't say that. I'm half British.
Mm-hmm. 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 I think if we got another passenger stop on this short line, it'd be well worth the extra move. I should also still consider investing into more motive power. Non-solo operations in this game got a lot easier. Hmm. Whoops.
Choo choo.
Phew.
Here comes the pain train.
There we go. Give it full power. Hmm. Aiden, why is the fish over there to the left on fire?
Good question.
Did you submerge it in gasoline again?
Yes, I did.
There a reason for it this time?
Yes.
Why?
All right, where you go? There's definitely a raider over there.
Hmm. Hmm. Full tube. Wait, what's that supposed to be connected to? No! Like, I know these are supposed to be for lanterns, so are these supposed to be additional, like, the venting for them or whatever? Hmm. Aiden,
What?
Another question. Why is the
Answer.
dog duct taped to the ceiling?
Well, it's all very simple, really. I was missing a fan blade, and well, I tried using the dog, but mistakes were made.
Yes, but how does fixing a fan blade and duct taping a dog to the ceiling correspond?
Well, the fan broke, so I used the dog to cover the hole.
Aiden, we talked about this. You're supposed to use the cats for that.
I thought it was the dogs.
Why do you think that the bin next to the bin where we keep the spare dogs is called the spare cat patch box?
Oh. Shit.
And that's why we don't mind them playing in the plaster.
Wait, they're supposed to play in there?
Yeah.
I've been telling them no.
Why do you think it's connected to their pin?
There you are, you little bastard.
Gosh. You leave the instructions written on a sign in the wall, and of course nobody pays attention to the sign.
There's a sign?
Yes! It's the one to the left. Next to the
Okay.
sign about imminent portal impacts.
Right.
Some people. One final question. Why the tennis ball?
That was cute. You were gonna lob Molotov at me? When I'm in power armor?
But Aiden, what about the tennis ball? That one over there. What's going on with it? Why is it there?
Geronimo!
That's not an answer. I need to know.
Well, it was supposed to be originally used for a gag, but the gag didn't play out, so
I'm assuming the gag was way too flippin' big.
not that kind of gag.
Ah,
Not a ball gag.
I was about to say that'd be pretty awkward to talk
No. We're not talking about something that gags. We're talking about, a gag. Like a gag gift.
about. Ah. I'm assuming it bounced away.
It bounced away.
Ah. You leave instructions, your box of random instructions, and then you're surprised that nobody reads them.
But hug?
Could I just staple the instruction manual for that particular tennis ball on the tennis ball?
You should staple it to my head and maybe I'll read it next time.
There's a problem with that. I don't need you
What?
driving blind. Then again, maybe if you drove blind, you'd be a better driver.
Ouch. True.
I'm sorry, when you tell people to avoid the carton of cats, you expect them to avoid the carton of cats.
Well, I was talking about hitting a white Tundra.
Wait, why would you hit the tundra? Like
Sorry, Tacoma.
what
Not
did the
Tundra,
snow?
Tacoma.
What did the snow ever do to you?
Everything.
Aiden, do I need to contact a good psychiatrist for you?
Zach,
Yes.
there is a mod for Fallout 4.
That adds a psychiatrist who talks in circles.
It adds train power armor.
Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Hmm. That was my spleen.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to burp that loud.
Tutu is sitting here. 4 wheels on the lead truck. Not so many wheels on the trailing truck. And 6 wheels as the main drivers. I have a box.
Zach, I love those dear hearts and gentle people.
Mm-hmm.
They live in my hometown. Alright, I'm gonna go dry my hair real quick. It's still wet.
Disgusting.
I know. Hi, baby.
His hair. Yeah. That's a little. I wish he knew that I was just purely hamming it up for the sake of hamming it up. Fair warning, I got stuff coming up in July. I'm not going to talk too much about what it. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Chad, or the people of the world.
Ow. Hello, you industrious little fellows.
Aiden, for the record, you only counts as half a person. That's not according to me. That's according to Google. I concur. Anyways.
Why Google?
Google?
Why you no download?
What are you trying to download?
Diamond City mod.
Oh. The reason why is because diamonds are pretty expensive.
Well, I thought diamonds were forever.
They can be, except for when they get nuked. Turned to glass. Alright. Pop all of that in.
There we go. Now Diamond City is downloaded.
But what if Diamond City's on fire? In. That is loud. But hey, it is done.
What was that for?
Oh. So you know that thing I got recently?
Yeah.
So my dad ended up having to take my keyboard and mouse for it. And then I ended up getting a replacement. So now I have a nice outer shell for mine again. Guess I should check that first. Good choice.
So I'm assuming that was the thing letting you know, hey, it's on its way.
Oh, that ping noise?
Yeah.
No, that not at all.
Has it come in yet?
I have it already. I was setting it
Oh.
up.
Ow.
Like the train's literally running between place to place right now, so got time. Now let's just make sure that this works for my purposes.
So there's for the MG42 mod I have, there's the standard receiver, the hardened receiver, the advanced receiver, powerful receiver, and then the German receiver.
No.
Guess what the German receiver improves it? It improves the damage, and guess what? Guess what the damage says?
What?
Aryan damage.
Caribbean.
Because it's an MG42, because it's from Nono, Germany.
I know that. Well,
Sorry,
see,
it's from bad Germany. It's from the bad German.
from the Germany we don't talk about anymore because that makes you a fascist. If you talk about them in any positive light at all, right?
Yes.
They violated a lot of people's no-no squares.
A lot of Jewish no-no squares. Well, I guess they'd be no-no Stars of David. Was that horrible?
A little bit. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Yeah, like that's ever gonna prevent rape.
Did you just say the R word?
Yeah, I did.
Good man.
Because it's a terrible thing that exists. Huh? Huh? Oh. What? Uh, uh, right. Do I just leave that there for the time being?
Oh, someone's getting sick.
Yeah, it's probably your fish.
No, it's the cat.
Why is the cat getting sick? What did you do to it?
She's got a hairball. Remember, she's a fat, long-haired thing.
I mean, so are you, but
I mean, you're not wrong.
your preferred way to get out of bed in the morning is to just roll.
Roll onto the floor.
What?
I actually rolled onto the floor this morning, and that's how I got up.
You know, Aiden, not everyone can exist as a Teletubby.
Teletubby, bye-bye.
Oh, the weirdest part of that entire show is the baby.
Get off your knees. You look like a jackass.
I mean, you do.
I am. Wait, did they actually...
What?
Oh my word, they did.
They did what?
They modeled the red chair.
But what about the red phone?
No. In Diamond City, if you look towards one of the stands,
There's a random
there's
red
actually
chair.
a red chair. And that's actually, like, I think it was Carl Yastrzemski who hit it. Either way, it was a major feat in the Red Sox. I only know this because my dad's a Boston fan. Because he is
So wait,
from
they
Boston.
hit the chair?
No. Yes, actually. And they painted it red to signify it.
Huh. All right, let's transfer games. Aiden probably can't guess what game we're doing next.
Command and Conquer.
Nope. We finished the main storyline to it. Which means that as of right... No, that game just... If it wasn't so hard to do a new character and actually get him to max level, that's the thing that's keeping me from ever doing anything with that game. They really need to make it to where you can pick up level 15 equipment and not have it cost an arm and a leg.
Oh, Radstorm is coming.
Wait, Rad's coming?
Radstorm. What time is it?
Time for you to get
Zachary?
cheese it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What just transpired? Ah. That just transpired. Okay. So we're once again going to try this. I will admit I played this in offline mode. I mean, when I was off the stream. Huh. Huh. And then... We'll do these next. We'll break through, go here, and then do that. Either way, Steel Commanders rule the battlefield. All right, so we've seen this. Why?
Because I'm tired.
Why are you leaving me?
We'll talk tomorrow, Zachary.
You're leaving me alone to die.
Yes.
I told
night.
you there's too many tacos.
Good night.
How about no?
How about yes?
Cheese.
Cheese. Anyway, night, Zach.
Night. Keep backing. Ow. That's all damage we really don't want to take. Just gotta keep safe from the artillery. Zoom in. Be precise. Come on, take him out. Mm-hmm. Keep moving in reverse. Those are some good kill. Bring it in. I love the fail Shermans. The flail. Blah, blah, blah. Said fail, but I meant. The flail is probably my favorite Sherman. Not just because it's a mine thing, but because they're just pretty awesome. And so there's going to be a Panzer IV. One more shell. Why is the crap going back? That's rude. I could use the extra gun. Gosh dang it. Good. We're going to keep moving up. We're going to move up slow. Panzer forward. Back up, back up. If it seems like we're being a bit too cautious, this is to try and reduce damage as much as possible. We want to try and maintain at least 2 tanks for the last part of this mission. And if we can make it there with all 3, that would be preferable. But in order to do that, we're going to have to play very cautiously. I got a track. Yes, I did. Back up. More shell. You know, in terms of this game system versus other game systems. Oh, come on. At least we blocked the initial bit of damage. We didn't do a lot. Hmm. 2, 3, 2, 1. That's 2 tanks. I'm curious. That's not good. That's not good. Stay behind. Back up, back up. Hmm. One more shell. Keep moving. With him out of the way, I don't think there's anyone else here. I think we're going to follow the game's usual path, although we could... Oh, you dirty rascals. Okay, we'll just do that. Alright, as soon as that cycles, we're going to put an artillery shell on that place, and hopefully get the Yag Panther that's there too. No, you don't. Back up, back up. Further in. Untucked. Oh, we lucked out there. That snapshot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Say hello to my little friend called a battleship. Goodbye. Ow. Overextended. We still got 300 health on this chassis. One more shot. One more shot. Keep moving. Next. We'd rather move up slower, faster. 2. Target destroyed. Vive la France. What? What? Oh. Come on. One Panzer 4 down. There's another one over there. Another shell. Get destroyed. Got another coastal defense battery there. Climb, climb. That's not the button. Come on, blow it up. There we go. Good kill, good kill. Uh-huh. Oh, it must have hit the turret ring. Still doing fine. If we can make it to the second assault wave with all of our tanks, we should be good. Are you kidding me? Back up, back up, back up. Load up. There's a good target. Stay still. And of course the shell went wide. Well, over. Get into this concrete structure. Do we bother? Load another shell. One more. Why the next APN? Oh, you have the barbed wire clearing kit on yours. Oh. Oh, good, good, good. Alright, we're probably not going to make it through this. I'm taking way too much damage. But we made it here with all tanks available. All of our spares, which is going to be great. Means that we have a very good chance of making it through this, because this is the last part. We just got to survive 3 waves and then let the bombing wave come in. Yeah, stop existing. Alright. That's a panther. So yeah, 2 panthers just spawned. We really do not want to take them head on. Ideally, we get them in one of these. Focus him. He's right on us. Then we can turn him into our makeshift barrier for all that he isn't worth. Okay, so they despawn rapidly. That's BS, but whatever. I think we need to use the one concrete bunker. That's the other problem, is it seems like all of our allies died. Or at least the one is just being a dick. Ow. Stop existing. One more. Please tell me that last tank I saw over there counts as one more. Nope. So how are we supposed to deal with those panthers? Because they can fire just as fast as we can. We were so close. There we Hmm. Oh, here's something interesting about D-Day. The reason why Omaha Beach is so remembered is because of how poorly it went, because all their tank support sunk. Either it got taken out on the way in, or alternatively, just didn't make it. Just sunk on its way. Keep moving. Return. Here we go. There's our mine clearing tank. Grab and grab. Mm, mm. Got him. Hmm. It went bang. Good. Let's move up. Why did it bounce? Get those two. More. Right into the. That was the dirt. There we go. Bye, bud. Oh, there's gonna be two Stugs that are gonna pose problems. That's Stug. Dun, 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 get it up in the nook.
Bonjour, monsieur. Capitaine Dubois speaking. We have landed at H1, but we are pinned down by intense enemy fire. We require assist urgently. This next bunker's well guarded. We need to hit it from both sides with full force.
You're still alive.
Captain Murphy and I keep them busy here. Sounds like a plan. Let's give them hell. Got a clear view of the smoke signal. Coordinates being sent to the battleship.
There's two Panzer IVs over here. Let's see if the Franchi. Why did you shoot at me? You have a massive heavy tank in front of you. You go for the medium that just rolled up from behind a rock. That's annoying. It's one less life, which we lost all of them in that previous one right at the end.
Stand by, gentlemen. A new group of enemies is approaching.
Oh, hey, look, there's Sherman crabs up here.
For France. Wait, what did I say? Smoke's up on the target. Send in the exact spot to the battleship. Merci, mon ami. Iron Man is one step closer to being free.
And keep it one vehicle at a time.
I've spotted the smoke. Passing the coordinates over to the battleship for a direct hit. Ah, look at that, lads.
Nope.
The Royal Air Force coming in hot. What a sight. That's some fine flying.
Come on. One battleship. That's one tank knocked. Aren't you? Where is it shooting from? Let's get in a fortified position and fire out, and then when they get too close to that position, we'll turn it all into artillery. And this is the defensive position we're going to set up in. Concrete should keep us relatively safe. Right there. 3, 2. There's a panther. 2 panthers. You kidding me? Ironic is the airborne operation blocked what little panzers they had available for D-Day, which is why they weren't a problem. Or at least not a significant. It also didn't help that there was all the deception that happened, which had the Germans absolutely convinced that D-Day was a diversionary landing and not the main show. Or should I say Normandy? The Normandy landings. That's neat. Now, I die, we lose. Missed. Another panther. I want to force them to come to me. This is our last tank, so we drop that there. Don't move. I deal way too much flippin' damage. So we were down to 1 again. What's sad is I'm not even dealing that much damage. It's just how much crap they're throwing at us. Wouldn't be so bad if we were talking about, you know, if we had an option to just one-shot them. But getting those artillery shells to land is an absolute pain. In the water. Are you flipping kidding me? Nope. Back to the garage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is USS Frankfurt, Commander. Negative. Unable to support advanced visibility too poor. No visual on cliffs and bunkers. Only our tanks on the beach are visible. Keep firing at those bunkers. We have to destroy them. It's our only hope. Seeing tanks engaging toward the cliffs. We'll support with fire in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Come on, blow that bunker up already.
Blind fire is risky. Might hit our own. Sherman switch target. We're adjusting the match. Sherman switch target. We're adjusting the match.
Great, hit it.
Hope this Sherman knows where he's shooting.
Consider that your confirmation.
Bunkers are down. Mine clearing tank can make a path now.
Come here, crib.
Sherman ceased firing.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like a snowstorm of flak up here, eh? We can't
Come on.
fire under this barrage. We need those AA batteries next to the bunkers down. Enemy tank spotted ahead. Get ready for a scrap. Too much AA fire. Can't assist. Looks like they've lost their nerve. They scoffed and left their AA guns behind at the sound of our tanks. Now we've got to knock this bunker out fast. We need to reach the AA guns now. Report current status.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've managed to dip lower. Now I can start calling shots for the big guns using ground smoke signals. Tanks, your move. Don't forget to drop smoke. I see the smoke. Looks like our friends need a hand.
Dang it. It was a heck of a time to get that turret shot. Move up.
Sherman, time to move. The battle's not waiting for us.
Yep.
Mark targets for the battleship with smoke. Smoke's up on the target. Send in the exact spot to the battleship.
Goodbye. Hmm. Hmm.
Success on the front. Expand the offensive. Push them back.
Dude down there, but this guy's pretty easy for us to harass.
Use your smoke markers. The pilot can relay those coordinates.
That's neat. My tank's not in the best shape.
We're gaining ground. Intensify the attack. Capitalize on this momentum.
One more. Nope. There we go. No more.
That's a tough target. Mark it with Captain Murphy here. Just hit the shore, but we're pinned down by bunkers up the slope. Need some support here to move up. Next bunker is going to be a tough nut to crack. Mark it with
Goodbye,
smoke, and let's get some
Mr.
battleship
Bunker.
bunker's toast. Path's wide open now. Let's roll. Hey, check that out. Our guys are making mincemeat of them up there. Time to join in.
Engineering teams, clear obstacles for further advance.
Hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Capitaine Dubois speaking. We have landed at H1, but we are pinned down by intense enemy fire. We require assist urgently.
This next bunker's well guarded. We need to hit it from both sides with full force. Help the Frenchman make his move while Captain Murphy and I keep them busy here.
Sounds like a plan. Let's give him hell. I've spotted the smoke. Passing the coordinates over to the battleship for a direct hit. Merci, mon ami. My own land is one step closer to being free.
It is.
Next time, I'd like to fly one of those bombers. I like the sky.
I'd say stick to the ground,
Gosh,
Captain
dang it.
Murphy. It's safer. Less concerned.
I'm not getting away.
Excellent. Begin pushing toward the inland objectives.
I could use a good cup of coffee right about now.
Preferable, but coffee will do.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledged. Hold your position at all costs.
And keep the damage off of us.
Risen from the ashes. Stronger than before. Here we go. Stand by, gentlemen. A new group of enemies is approaching.
Attack! For the best vineyards on the planet! For France! Wait, what did I say?
Thanks, game. Thanks, Captain Jack.
Mark targets for the battleship with smoke. Come on, Sherman. No time to dilly-dally. The front line's ahead.
Engineer teams en route.
Are we close enough? Yes.
There's our smoke marker. I'm relaying the location to the battleship.
Echo 5 beachhead secured. Tanks advancing. Provide full fire support.
Hey, Stone, I'm going lower. Ready to direct denser
Reload the
fire
shell.
to the battleship.
Our next target's the big coastal gun. If we take it out, our battleship can position for full artillery support.
Looks like the AA's gone silent. Guess those
Me.
Ah, look at that, lads.
Look at us, we're stupid little AI. The moment we see the player, we're just gonna try and kill him.
Fine flying.
And him specifically.
With that kind of firepower behind us, we can push inland non-stop.
Status report on Gold Beach.
No time for sitting around, Sherman. Let's move.
Back up. Find yourself a different target. Good work. Good little stuff.
Noted. Redirecting reserves to the eastern flank.
Where's your smoke marker? My cousin's on the ship, and he likes shooting.
That's neat. I don't like wasting ammo.
Understood. Air support is being redirected to assist.
Mark him with smoke, and let the battleship handle the rest. I see the smoke. Looks like our friends need a hand.
Come on, get rid of him. Okay, so we just wasted both of our battleship shots. But now it's out of port options. Please move. I know you're French and that you aren't particularly competent, but come on, man.
Beach is clear. Sending main forces. Excellent work.
Yeah, we did it! Catch your breath, then let's move on and give the enemy a real beating. Attention! Big enemy group spotted moving towards you. They're throwing everything they have.
Hold your ground. Reinforcements are en route. Protect the beachhead at all costs.
Well, we're probably not going to be able to pull this off. Mainly because I was too aggressive.
Heads up! There's a new enemy group approaching. Stay alert down there. Let's get into position. Remember, we've got the battleship's guns on our side.
Sherman, time's not on our side. Let's go!
An invisible wall to like permanently prevent.
Consolidate your position. Prepare for counterattack.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They dropped an invisible wall. That's a panther.
Don't forget to drop smoke.
Got a clear view of the smoke signal. Coordinates being sent to the battleship.
As long as the panther's down. Ah, but there's another one. And right there's the next.
Slowly again. Stay sharp out there.
Tank groups, take the defense. Air support is on its way.
Sherman, we need to advance.
One more shell. Four.
Man, I wish I had one of those smoke markers. Always wanted to call in some bigger guns. Warning! The last and largest wave of enemies is incoming. They're closing in from all sides. Brace yourselves.
Gather round, lads. The enemy won't give us an inch, so we won't give them one either.
Let's just hide out at this house. We should be able to fire out from it.
Stand by for deployment orders.
No time for sitting around, Sherman. Let's move. I've spotted the smoke. Passing the coordinates over to the battleship.
Three,
for direct hit.
2, 1. That's very good. 3 panthers, 1 shell.
Hey, there's our smoke marker. I'm relaying the location of the battleship. Tough fight, but we did it. Let's keep this momentum going.
This is just
All right.
the beginning. The end of the war is in sight.
I agree with you, Mr. Frenchie. Let's just the beginning, but the end of the war is definitely within sight. That's exactly what D-Day was, too. Then again, D-Day was also a massive flex for the Americans. Oh yeah, we're going to invade both Italy and Germany at the same time. All right. Is this? Oh, wait. Go into the garage. Hmm. After the main, complete the main mission objective under 16 minutes. Oh. Oh. That's pretty ridiculous, but okay, maybe we will try for that later. Let's try this. Hey, turning the turret. Oh, geez. That is not a sight you want to see.
Ah, but they burn so nicely. Sergeant Brooks, 2nd Armored. We ran into a tiger too. Now there's 2 of us. That one was burning nicely too. Come with us. The assault on the town has already begun. We need to hurry. Hey, Sergeant Brooks. Why Thunderbolt? To strike fear into the hearts of our enemy with not but a name? Something like that. My Firefly needs a name too. I'll call her Betsy. Is Betsy meant to strike fear in the hearts of our enemy? It's in honor of my Nana. I was well afraid of her. Enemy at 3 o'clock. Get the stove first. Hey, Sherman, you awake? Just in time. Vermin! Nice shot, Sherman. Glad to see you're back on your feet.
I'm glad they actually animated this treads getting tracked.
2 more to my score. Sergeant Brooks, where's my medal? Let's capture the town first. Then we'll see. Typical.
I'm assuming we're about to transition into our actual. We're the mystery term, aren't we? Not Thunderbolt. Even though we have Thunderbolt.
So, how are you? Have you come around? The assault's already begun. We need to hurry. Let's come up with a name for the Sherman as well. In honor of your grandfather? His name was Rudy. That'll certainly scare the enemy, but I'm afraid you won't be able to spell it. Maybe Battle Wagon? How's about that name? It sounds too German. Here we go. Let's make some extra holes in that there clunker. Destroyed. Let's move to
Very good. Be dead.
It instills fear, but it's not very original. Two opponents at 12 o'clock. Fire!
It's a Panzer III. That's a Panzer III. This supposed to be in Italy? I know what map this is though. This is like that Rhine. Yeah, it's an old version of Rhine or whatever it's called.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Let's drive around from the right.
You ain't getting away from us. Let's chase him. Reaper? How about Reaper?
Self-propelled gun at 12 o'clock. Destroy it, pronto!
Oh, you piece of... You'll answer for that. Use the optics, Lucky. All good, Lucky. We were certainly missing your style around here.
Platoon, new enemy.
Panzer III-J.
Move to the center. Stay focused.
You know, Panzer IIIs and IVs are a lot of fun in terms of how many different models they had. Like, pretty much if you slide some, if you build one in just about with any of the equipment that you've seen them run, you'll probably end up you'll probably end up creating one of the variants that was actually used. Hi, you. Oh, good. We don't take damage from ramming.
Now let's clear the last square. Forward.
Very interesting playing this map with an E100.
Attention, more enemies than we expected.
Care for a wee bit of competition, Lucky? Go on. Hunt them down.
There you are. There you are. That's one thing that I don't like, that they're unintentionally propagating, even though, yeah, it's the thing everyone wants to do.
You've got my
The tiger myth.
It's been some time since I saw something.
Man, there were not a lot of Tiger 1s encountered in Europe
Ahead.
Oi, Sergeant Brooks.
during the invasion of
That medal.
Now, Betsy.
Europe. A little bit unfortunate that, you know, we didn't get more opportunities to blow them up. They really weren't that common. Mm-hmm.
Tigers. Those are the worst you could face on the battlefield. And if the command says they have a problem, they probably mean tigers. We cannot contact the first assault squad. The second's just departed, and here we are, sent to follow them. And if they send us, this can mean only one thing. Tigers. That's what they say at HQ. Send in those tiger experts. 9 tanks for 2. Not too shabby for a half a year. You lead 5-4, but I've got a chance to get ahead and finally get that damn medal. Come on, Brooks doesn't like waiting. Our hunt begins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once again, propagating a complete fabrication of a myth.
Everybody, stay alert. Air Force is hitting the town, but there'll still be plenty of enemy vehicles.
Let the hunt begin.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lucky, looks like this'll be the very day when McLeod snags the title of Tiger Hunter from ye.
Don't get too excited, McLeod. This is... Damn it, here's our first assault squad. Was it a Tiger?
No, different hole sizes. Those were medium tanks.
And here they come.
Hi, Panzer 3. Oh, good, we got an ammo debt. Firing center mass on them. That's 2 ammo deaths. Okay. That's not a Tiger, but I'll take it.
Scroll the mouse wheel to enter sniper mode.
I don't need to. I'll enter it if I think I need it.
Optimism is good preparation for a mission. There's a fort nearby. You're a damn fortune teller. How'd you do that?
I've got good eyes. Saw the plane.
Then why didn't you warn us? That was the enemy.
What? I thought that was ours.
Mhm.
Enemy, 12 o'clock.
Our lads care what they're doing. What a spectacular fire show.
Let's finish them off and move on. We need to catch up with the 2nd Assault Squad.
I think they'll be the ones playing catch-up. They took quite a detour. Through your fort. Those tigers have our names on them.
Just don't lose your head. A tiger's a tiger. They're incredibly dangerous.
And that's good. How many do I need to blast to finally earn my medal?
Good news. We caught up with the 2nd group.
Oh, look, Hellcats. Oh, that's a Porsche Tiger.
Look for their sweet spots, Lucky.
Hi there.
Fire like you mean it.
Scroll the mouse wheel to enter sniper mode.
I wonder if I don't need to, because I literally just drove in on the dude's butt. Now I'm blowing him up.
All allied groups have been destroyed. We're enemy, 12 o'clock.
Remember to move, Lucky, or they'll hit you in your weak spots. Or you can hide your hull behind tank wrecks. They won't get you at all that way. You've got a strong turret.
Is this the Fury? If it's not Fury, it's the modification of Fury. Come on, turn, 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 turn. Get me around.
Lucky, sights, rear, hit the weak spots.
Hi, Panzer H. J. Whatever. Panzer 3J. So, Panzer 3 and Panzer 3 and Panzer 4. Very difficult to tell apart if you're just looking at them at a glance.
Recon guy.
But there are a couple of ways to easily tell them apart. The biggest indicator? Hatches.
That's not a panther.
The,
It's a king tiger.
Haven't seen this one before.
You should get a medal for that for sure.
Hey, finally.
We can't penetrate it from the front. Let's flank it.
Lucky,
Damn it, my track's hit. I'm immobilized.
Lucky, go get him, quick.
I guess I was using the Porsche Tiger turret instead.
Brooks, say something.
Maneuver around!
Shows you are aiming at. It's burning nicely. The Tiger Hunter. It's officially your title, mate.
But yeah. I'll go in a moment, but yeah, an easy way to tell Panzer 3 hulls from Panzer 4 hulls. Note that they pretty much use the same turret as far as I'm aware. But the main difference is their forward hatches. So, Panzer 4s, the front of their hull is a little bit longer, so they have hatches just in front of the turret. Where for Panzer 3s, it's down on the lower section of the hull. Oh, do I have Panzer 3s and 4s? I know I have a Panzer IV on hand. Here we go. You are not a Panzer III. Panzer II. Yeah. Panzer III. So, Panzer III, once again, very similar turret. Is there any major difference between 4s and 3s in terms of the turret? Yeah. Oh, wait, that might just be the shroud. Oh, and okay. There are differences, but I'll say right now, if you came up on one of these versus one of these, you might not be able to tell at a glance, considering that the overall profile is almost exactly the same between the two. Especially when you see them with the side skirts knee, or the side skirts, as they're called. So yeah, the easiest way that I've come to tell is that Panzer IIIs will have the hatches down here on the lower hull. Also, depending on the time frame, will have other modifications. So like this one has the up armored plates on the front. They don't always have that, but a lot of your later ones, a lot of ones that survived later did. The engine bay is different. It's more squared off at the back. And then once again, you got your hatches up here. And apparently, I guess the turret is better slanted, has a better frontal plate. And the looks like, yeah, your mechanism, which actually handles the up and down movement of the gun, goes across the entire turret instead of, just taking up a section of the turret. So yeah, I can guarantee I have one researched, but Panzer 4D. Panzer 4A. Do I not have it? Yes, I don't. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Panzer 4s and 3s look. I'll stand by that they look very similar. And I wouldn't necessarily blame people for messing it up. For people getting the two mixed up. But once you kind of learn the differences, it should be pretty easy to tell once you have a minute to look. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, if I flash this in front of you, you should be able to tell immediately that this is a Panzer III and this is a Panzer IV. That's unrealistic. When they're that close together, it's almost like flashing different versions of Shermans in front of people and saying, "Oh, which Sherman are you looking at? Are you looking at a regular Sherman, somewhat regular, or are you looking at the Sherman Firefly?" And you're probably not going to be able to get it if I just nah. Well, that one's easy to tell. That's a Pershing, but still. That one's pretty easy to tell that something's off because it doesn't have the nice rounding, but once again, those are exceptions to the rule, not the rule. Let's not worry about that. But yeah, there's a lot of tanks that are that way. So like the M60 and M48, the two vehicles look very similar. Even though they are different vehicles, they very much are. They're built different. They have the same overall hull, just with some slight modifications. So this one's cast, this one's welded. The M60s have bigger engines, and then M60s also, the early ones at least, got these cupolas. Not a fan of them just because every single game has these being a major problem. Even though if you're fighting, let's say, some guys hiding in a bunch of trees, an armored cupola is a pretty good idea. An armored cupola that allows you to shoot back. Pretty good idea. Even though I'll state right now, I'd much rather, in terms of dealing with other vehicles, have a cupola more like this one. It allows you to see all around you. But yeah. American Tiger. The actual story of the real one of these is pretty interesting, but I should do some more research to make sure I have all the details. Basic gist, if you read the little game blurb about it, U.S. disabled tank went oh U.S. disables tank by hitting it somewhere in the turret ring, right there in the turret ring, sprayed fluid all over the inside of the tank. Crew thought the vehicle was knocked out and bailed. Americans get up to it, go, huh, this thing's actually in really good shape. And they ran it for a bit until the transmission broke. So, hmm, hmm, hmm. I don't know if I want to keep waiting for that. These two tanks, these tanks, I should say these three because they're all essentially based off of the same vehicle concept. Uh, I get what the general gist is of them, but come on, guys. Yeah, at least it's not as derpy as this thing, especially in this skin. That would probably be the best way for it to take on aircraft, but Halloween skins. You have a 3D skin and you feel obligated to use it because it does cool thing. I minigun. Hmm. Oscillating turrets. Alright. Here's something fun that I'd like to cover real quick. This quad track configuration. Basic gist. If you take out a track, the vehicle can keep driving. There's only one problem. It doesn't really work. Or at least it doesn't work well. As we found in testing. If I remember correctly, I mentioned this when we were looking at the mammoth tanks and freaking CNC, Command and Conquer. Because they have a quad track setup and very much the same problem. And then there's this thing, which has another derpy concept for how to prevent detracking. It isn't as blatantly obvious though as you might initially think, unless you're paying really close attention to the roadways. And you may notice the extra tracking. Same general gist. If you take out the track, in theory, you're not going to take out the secondary track, which will allow it to keep driving. The E50. Yes, the E50 lineup, or the E series tanks. Same series of tanks which would have brought us the E100 proper, even though Hinchell had been bidding this thing over the mouse for a very long time. And according to the information I have, this turret was eventually going to end up on this tank. Do we allow our tank to become more sneaky or better fire resistance? Let's go fire resistance. There's you. This is 120% the team at World of Tanks doing their thing. But like I said, totally a paper tank because U100. U100 was barely coming online, and they really wouldn't have had time to do this to it, let alone build them in any significant numbers if they did start doing this. Ah, yes, the IS-7. This thing from it existed. I'm not quite sure why the Russian. Well, I can guess as to why Russia never used it, and my guess is that like most heavy tanks, especially one of this ridiculous proportions, like this thing's massive. And my guess as to why they didn't use it is just simply, practicality. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Plus, Russia's always been more about how many tanks can I throw at you rather than, how good I can make the individual tanks. Ah, yes, the Super Conqueror. I would love to see this thing. I don't have a whole lot to say about it because I just don't know a lot about it outside of it's a tank, it has a fairly modern layout and design. I mean, this needs to be swapped out for a more regular, suspension setup. But like overall, this is nothing super special. Just the heavy tank. A pretty good shape for deflecting shells. Like what more am I supposed to say about this thing outside of I exist? Edger. These things are pretty annoying in this game. That's all I have to say about it. I don't have a lot to say about the Czech or Polish tanks. Outside of in this game, this tank is a kind of derp. Very heavily armored, very well armed. There's a lot of damage per shot. Takes forever to reload. Pretty good vehicle. This vehicle's pin is annoyingly low. But then again, you put this thing behind a ridge and you'll annoy everyone else. Because there's almost nothing that can get through the front plate of this turret. So, yeah. This tank is pretty much a blatant upgrade from the Tier 10. Not to say that the Tier 10's bad, it's okay. But I'd much rather drive the Tier 9. Let's see if there's any other fun vehicles to talk about. I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Turtle exists. These things alongside of the Americans resident hide and seek champion is an interesting story. Oh, the where's the Doom Turtle? I don't have much of a story on these guys, but I do have a story on this guy. Ah, yes, the resident hide and seek champion. Heavy armor. If it's looking at you, pretty much unpinnable. I mean, there's a weak spot here, and here. But if you know what you're doing, you can heavily mitigate both of them. Yeah, pretty good. Ah, yes. The ultimate example of why you can never trust a Panzer III or a Panzer IV, because when they are both decked out in full side skirts, they are very difficult to tell apart. Gosh dang it. Ah, yes, this vehicle experiment. I'm not sure if it's this one or the other one, but the the autoloader US tank destroyers in this game, to at least some extent, do exist and still are around. Mhm. But yeah. Hmm. The concept that these were designed for. If I remember correctly, this thing is designed for Operation Paperclip. And not Paperclip, not even for an operation. It's like something question mark or whatever was the design thing. And this vehicle is derp because if you couldn't tell already, it's essentially, very narrow tank, very narrow turret. The entire concept here is that we use oscillating turret, not for autoloader, but so that we can put the crew in line with the gun. And then because of this angle, everything that hits it will bounce. Hmm. Pretty derpy vehicle. Pretty derpy. I'm still trying to figure out why they needed these twin machine guns like that. So, still not the biggest fan of it. Scorpion. This thing is literally a glorified anti-tank gun with a pair of treads attached. Hmm. But yeah. Oh, right. This vehicle. This thing. It was really fun to play with during the whatchamacallit. Oh jeez. This thing was really fun to use during frontline, even if it wasn't my favorite vehicle to use during frontline. uh, mm, so if I remember correctly, I was definitely grinding this. D54. Still don't know how I feel about these things. I think my overall opinion on most Russian tanks is that they definitely feel both mass produced. Like, definitely think that a lot of Russian tanks, like, if you can have a tank and your enemy can't, they're better than nothing. But at the same time, there's a reason why Russia tends to. How do I say? How do I say this without being a complete jerk to Russia? Russian tanks have always lagged in certain areas. Like the T-34, a really good example of it is the transmission in it. It in theory, these tanks are fast. The fast boys. In practice, they're not because you can't get them into their higher gears. You can get them like 1 through 4, but then 5. Well, 4 is questionable. 5, you'll break the control stick before you get it in, or your arm for that matter. And then when they added the 6-speed transmission, assuming I'm remembering all of this correct, the 6-speed transmission alleviated the problem in 4th, but had the same problems in 5 and 6. And then there's also the problem that war built T-34s were they had specific numbers, specific quotas to meet. And because they're more worried about how many tanks they were putting out rather than the quality of those tanks, well, let's just say there were a mountain of shortcuts. And then there were these things. Reliable. Well, I forgot how thin this thing's hull was. It almost doesn't have a lower hull. Because it sits that high. Oh, the gem. Oh, there's its the gem. If I remember correctly, your. Oh, I think the skin has moved it or removed it entirely. That's supposed to be the snorkeling gear. Because I know that this is like the energy housing for that for the Halloween game mode. That's what these lights are about, is this say like a corrupted tank. Oh yes, the dual barrels. There's a reason why we don't build dual barrel tanks. And a lot of it has to do with just and we have what I like to call teenage mouse tanks. This teenager brought his bike along. How nice of him. Oh, this one actually has the bike on the side of the turret. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, he brought his bike with him. Then we have the baby mouse, which is pretty fun to run. I think more recently it's become a lot harder to run effectively. But I mean, back when I first got it, it was a ton of fun. And then this is just literally upgraded Tiger 2 with actual armor. And it's now part of the E series of vehicles, which were supposed to alleviate Germany's production problems. I don't know if it would have worked. Ah, yes. Cold War tank. Ow. Don't ask me why. But yes, I have it. I know we looked at it already, but still. Can we get a mage? Let's run tier 9. Let's run a reliable tank. Hurry up. Hmm. 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 Found a miniature. Great, and we're an up tier. That is a 3D skin. I'm very familiar with it, actually. I think I once actually tried going for this. Oh yeah, it's part of the Arctic skins. That's why it has so ridiculously long track extensions, like on my one tank destroyer. What the fudge? Is that like a feature of that tank? Because he seemed to be losing speed going over the hill, and they just fired those. No, that seems to be a feature of the vehicle. That is pretty dirt. What did I miss in my time away from this game? Ow. Oh yeah, that's the Italian tank. We just damaged him, but we failed to pin, so we didn't hit a good spot. So for anybody who doesn't know how exactly World of Tanks runs their stuff, the circle that you're seeing is the cone. Anywhere within that is where your shell can land. This helps to make heavy tanks a little bit tougher since, you know, depending on the tank, some of these tanks don't have very many weak spots where some do. If you're familiar with the weak spots, you can be more effective, but you still have to fight randomness. Oh yeah. Move forward. Come on, dude. I promise I'm only mean. Oh, hi you. Yeah, I'm probably the last thing you want to see. Tiger 2s might not be that big of a threat in this game, but E75s definitely are. We have one dead person in the entire match. Come on! Make a mistake! Except for you. And you just drop. Dude, you're not penny. Actually, you might with gold, but you're not penny. It's not like this. I'm hauled down. Yeah, we should be relatively safe from damage right here. Unless our artillery tank decides to start taking a crack at us, which is... I was assuming that he realizes what we are. Dang it. Turret turning. There we go. Oh, it's you. Oh. Yeah, you're side hauled there, dude. Unlike me, who can side scrape, you really couldn't. Stop moving. Now. You lucked out. I didn't have enough time to finish reloading. So the enemy team is starting to drop like flies. This is good. This is good. Move around this corner. Give that T-75 a really nasty enema. Oh, you're the health bar I'm seeing. And we can't pin him from this angle. And he got our transmission. What's that? Ow! I don't like it. Wait, I've had that on one of the crew members in this thing. We didn't do great. We didn't do great. We didn't do terrible. Oh, this is new. We fired a composite shell at my lower plate. It's nice. That'll help teach all sorts of players what they're doing wrong. Yeah, we just weren't being aggressive enough on the angle. Plus, it feels like they nerfed that because I remember it being tougher. Maybe I'm wrong. Tigger. And a King Tigger. Hmm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Don't care. I don't know if we're gonna bother trying to grind that out. Would be nice to get it under 16. All right. Could we do something here? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking I'm going to transition to a different game. It was fun messing around in World of Tanks. It was, the match wasn't horrible. Admittedly, our positioning was bad there towards the end, so I blame myself for 3/4 of my mistakes. Hmm. Come on. Hmm. Here we go. So I found new mods, so we may end up resetting for them. We will see. Alright, we're going to need to change some things about our current factory setup. By far the biggest one just being our coverage. Fill it out. So we're gonna need to rebuild some things. I'm hoping we can get bots before we go ham on rebuilding. Alternatively, we just start building a crap ton of cliff explosives and call it a Tuesday. Because if we look at our map, outside the cliffs over here, I see an excellent spot to build a new base. And we'll just slowly convert this to a mining base while this becomes our main base. Which I think I want to do because I learned something about manufacturing, which is that, quite frankly, we should have just kept with plates and then do what we did over here, where we just slowly convert raw resources into what we actually need for everything. Which, sure, this has caused its fair share of problems. At the end of the day, this is minor. But pretty much, we want to try and keep our conveyor lines more flexible. Oh yeah, and more bouncy, throwy stuff. Because who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like when we throw things around? We have lots of iron processing that is slowly running out of iron to process. Where is our mine? Nope, we'll just have to move that entire machine over. Luckily, we don't have a problem yet. But we are going to want to build out. Drop one of these into position. And so that nothing gets stuck. That. Perfect. We have 4 iron. You can just drop it into there. Lots more processing. Where are electric? Under blue research. So what do we need for blue? The engines we've been building, sulfur, and advanced circuits. We need 250 of the dang things. Need 750 red circuits. So we need 100, 200. 250. Let's run over here, grab more copper wire, circuits. Copper cable. Grab more copper. So how many engines do we need? So it's going to be 2 times. So we need 500 engines to build all of the blue signs. And we need 3 red. 3, 250, that's 750. So we need to make 750 red. Right, there we go. Hope we have enough iron still. Let's go to our engine production and build all of the engines we're going to need. Or grab all the engines. Which is 500. 5. We're going to have to let those build. But we are going to want to fully automate red production. But we need to try and bring plastic over here. You'd always throw it. We have enough bounce pads. And can we maneuver them into position? We got thrower inserters too. Could do is we could put that there. Angled bounce pad. Go to there. want to get this out of this area. Congestion hell. Oh, perfect. We drop that. Do an angled one. No. Drop down that tree. We completely overshot plastic production. Wires are gonna be easier to bring it down more, so right down. Rip you up. Put you in. Then we can put our plastic thrower there. Nope. That, so it's doubling up. There we go. Please tell me this is gonna look as ridiculous and dumb as I hope it does. Yes. Yes. Into that one. Bingo. Here's another red one, just because we need to get power in there. No, we can't do it. All right, here we go. Iron copper circuits. Perfect. This is such an inefficient system for delivering plastic. I mean, we could just cut out the middleman. I don't know if that would cause problems, though. Hmm. Uh-oh. Dang it. Pollution. I need to take care of that. Car, you guys. We have a lot of circuits. Whoops. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's try and bring the entire production chain up here. There. You are all going to lose. Blood threats. There we go. That is our production bit. Oh, are we out of underground conveyors? All right, we got people to kill. Let's gather up ammunition. Go stack to 2. Let's dump the landfill real quick. So many things. There. Here's the landfill. Right. I'm gonna just hook on some quick panels. More power. A lot. There we go. We're not quite ready yet for military science. Or at least to do military science production. I'd like to do it. Wood. Oh, we should definitely That. Oh, we don't have spare turrets. Crap. Let's see how bad our infestation problem is. Oh, you're dead. There was a previous infestation that we dealt with there. Probably just dropped some more treasons. Oh, good. Either this is a recent expansion or something. Come on. Perfect. There we go. That turned out to be easy. All right. Now, with all of our production underway, keep it going. Really haven't made a whole lot. But luckily, our consumption isn't ridiculous. That is working out far better than it has any right to. Apparently, it was a great idea to use you as a buffer. Just throws it right onto the conveyor belt. This is silly. Dum, 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 dum. All right. All right. I'll be right back. All right, so let's check our statistics. See where we're sitting right now. We got tons of everything being produced. Track's exciting. Their ammunition. How's our fluids looking? Not ideal. I should check to see where exactly that is. Most of our pollution is being absorbed by trees. This looks so dumb. Just keep throwing all the plastic. Sure, that's fine for the plastic. Hmm. Hmm. Keep on going. Now we just need all of our red circuits to finish working. Get some gears first. We're gonna need batteries. Hmm. 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 100. Hmm. Mm. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 There we go. All right. Oh, good. How in the world did we not have enough red circuits? Hmm. Hmm. There we go. Ready? Mm-hmm. Hmm. We caught up. No, we're not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, there we go. we go. There we go. There we go. More processing. More power. So if those are having dead mining machines, what about our stuff down? There we go. Mm-hmm. Hmm. There we go. There we go. More iron. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I need even more iron down. There we go. Hmm. There we go. So part of our problem is that we are producing the iron fast enough to keep our steel production up. The problem is that we just aren't pushing it through fast enough. So we're pushing more iron. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. Hopefully with more steel being pushed, we can catch up with our track production. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. Hmm. producing. Hmm. Throw it. Throw it. Keep throwing. Hmm. 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 Come on. Come on. Hmm. Good to see the power's still holding up with everything going. Right up. Hmm. Gotta move this down to this iron field. Come on. Hmm. Hmm. All right. I think we're just going to be relaxing here and letting our production slowly gain. Hmm. Hmm. So you're red. There we go. There we go. Hmm. 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 There we go. Hmm. All oil up. Hmm. There we go. More science. Now we're thinking plastic from the other end of it. Hmm. All right. We go. Hmm. Well, seeing how we are essentially just waiting for stuff to happen, I'm gonna kill the stream here, and we'll catch up some other time. Anyways, see ya.